Howdy everyone, Poacher here with an Age of Magic video, and in today's video we are going to be versing the Blue Artus squad. That's the Golden Army team with the Roinar in it. It is the most popular squad at the moment, or one of the most popular squads, and it's a bit annoying, but I'm going to show you how to beat it with two teams I haven't shown before. The thing I'm going to be doing differently in the videos from now on how to beat videos, and this was brought to me a suggestion by one of my viewers, is I'm going to show you the statistics of you winning the match. So I've done the match 20 times with the teams I'm going to be showing you, and I'll show you the chances of getting 3 to 1 star on my personal experience. Mind you, the percentage of winning also depends on RNG and your skill as a player. There are some things you have to do to give yourself the best chance of winning, but I'm going to show you them in the video and you guys can go from there. So the first team I will be using is Ignore, Swamp Killer, Danae, Balara, Silvermoon. This team was mentioned to me by Howdy. He's a YouTuber as well. Go check him out. And it's an interesting team. It doesn't have a high win rate, but it has a lot of lockdowns, a lot of damage, and it can do the job. So the win ratio for this team, 3 stars, you've got a 20% chance, 2 stars, 10%, 1 star, 30%. Loss ratio is at 40%. So you've got just a bit higher than you got a 60% chance of winning overall. So would you use this team in a tournament? Absolutely not. Arena, it will get the job done. You've got more than half a chance of winning. But you need to follow some things at the beginning of the fight. Otherwise, it can fall apart very quickly. So we'll jump into the arena and I'll show you what you guys need to do. So going into battle, what we want to use is Killer Strike against Roinar. We apply the sleep. Beautiful. If we don't, we want to at least land a mark on him. If we don't, we use Skull Crusher on him to put him to sleep. But since we've put him to sleep, we are going to use Skull Crusher on the enemy Magnus, put him to sleep, and we're going to use our Chosen by Danae. So we do a lot of damage on that Tiros when he uses his Light Cyclone. Next up, we're going to use Curse or Horror of the Forest and put the enemy Danae under enemy Sacrif to lock her abilities down. And now we are going to use Waters of Life here. We don't need to. We're not going to die on Tiros' turn, but Waters of Life does something very special at this point in the battle. By casting it, it gives a boost of initiative to Swamp Killer, allows her to cast another ability before Tiros gets his first turn. If you do not cast Waters of Life, Tiros will move before your Swamp Killer and reset your initiative. So what we're going to do here is you attack. We missed anyway, but that's fine. What that allows you to do is if you don't put Roinar to sleep at the start of the battle but apply the mark, by getting Swamp Killer to have her second turn, you have the chance to trigger the mark and put him to sleep. That's why you want Swamp Killer to go before the Tiros. So now that they have done all their damage, we are just going to auto-attack the Magnus. We want to save her double strike for targets we actually want to put to sleep. We're just going to... What do we want to do? We are going to use Feral Onslaught, get a bit of damage out there, and we are going to buff our characters. Now, we are going to get rid of the... Ooh, his taunt isn't up. Right, but we are still going to use on Magnus. I don't want his taunt to come up. Our next goal is to kill the Roinar. So we put him to sleep, and we are going to use our Skull Crusher on the enemy Sacrif, put her to sleep so she can't heal or get rid of buffs, and then we should be able to take Roinar out quite easily now. So we finish him off. At this point, up to you who you want to target. Magnus is locked down. Sacrif is asleep. I am going to go and try and... Actually, I'm going to go for Magnus. I don't want to kill Tiros while I haven't got him locked down. It's just a lot of unnecessary damage. We take out the enemy Magnus. Beautiful. And then we can go on to Sacrif, take her out. And on the next turn, I will be able to put the enemy Tiros to sleep with our Balara. And we will be able to kill him without him activating his passive. So we're going to use counter attack for now. Lock him down. It puts him to sleep, and that's fine. We are able to take him out here without his passive triggering. And at this point in the battle, you can put it on auto. So there's a lot of RNG at the start of the fight there. It's the lockdown order, however, is Roinar, Magnus, and Sacrif. In that order, you want to kill Roinar. Like I said, I gave you the stats of you winning this fight at the beginning. I did try it 20 times, recorded all my fights. And yeah, it's not the most secure team, but it can do the job and get you through. The second team we will be using is the mirror matchup, the Roinar, Magnus, Artus, Sacrif, Tiros. It is the exact same team we're fighting. However, personally, it is the team I have found with the highest success rate. From a total of 20 battles, the win ratio of 3 stars is 90%, 2 stars 0, 1 star 0. Loss ratio is 10%. So what I found in this battle is whoever loses the Roinar first essentially is the person to lose the battle, or the team that loses a character first. Once you lose that character, it pretty much goes downhill. I did not see any chance of ever it becoming a 2-star or 1-star fight. I'm not saying it isn't possible for it to be a 2-star or 1-star fight. Just within the 20 battles I did, these were the results. And I feel like the win rate could be higher. In the battles I did lose, I feel like I made a mistake. I wasn't paying attention to the debuffs I had and what was going on. I do know that this team works very well for people. This team wins people tournaments. They go 40 wins straight without losing characters. So yeah, so we'll jump into battle. I'll show you what you need to do. Please keep in mind that every battle you do isn't going to be the same as this, though. It can change up due to RNG. So going into battle, we're going to use Light Cyclone to begin with, reset the initiative of the enemies. We are not going to use our taunt. We're going to use Gatekeeper to begin with. I don't want to use the taunt just yet. There's no need. And I'm just going to auto attack with Sacrif and attack the enemy Roinar. Roinar is our first target. This is perfect. Now, when Roinar's first turn comes around, there is the chance that his second special will be off cooldown. This is due to Artus. Very low chance, but it can still happen. If you get to this point and his second special is off cooldown, you do not want to use it first. We do want to use Blockade first, so we can get the enemy's initiative blocked, and that we have the debuff on them that can reset their initiative. That's very important. I'm not going to use Stellar Rain. I'm going to keep that, and I am going to taunt at this point. I didn't want to taunt the first time, but now I do not care. We're going to auto attack. Our first target is still Roinar. We want to take him out, and we should be able to... he casts first. Okay, so we should be able to reset his initiative. Didn't proc. That's okay. We'd be able to attack him now, nearly take him out. Now, this is where we want to use Sacrif's Fortitude of the Warriors and get rid of the debuffs Roinar put on us. At this point, Magnus is going to taunt us when we attack Roinar, but that's okay. We kill him because we get the boss mark out, and Artus's ability does, I think it's 100% more damage. Is that Roinar's boss mark? But yeah, we take out Roinar indirectly through an AoE. So now we're going to focus on Magnus. I'm going to save my heal. We do not need to use it yet. All my characters are essentially at full HP. It's just going to be the waste of the ability. And with Tiros on the team, I want to save my heals for when I absolutely need it. Which, okay, we got some barriers. I am going to use it now. Sacrifice, is at probably 70-60% HP there. We use our AoE, take out the enemy Magnus, and now I want to take out Tiros. At this point, he's low HP. I've got my characters at very high HP. I do not care if he uses Light Cyclone at this point from his passive, because it's not going to kill anyone, and it's not going to put me in a position where we can lose the battle. I'm just going to auto attack. We miss anyway. Let's just auto attack. There we go. Triggers. Doesn't really do anything to my team. We're going to use our Light Cyclone. Going to use our barrier. Now, up to you what you want to do here. You can try and stall it out so you can heal up to full HP. I'm going to do that just for the sake for if you're in tournament. Okay, so all we're going to do is auto attack the enemy Artus, hoping that we crit. Oh, she healed. That's beautiful for us. Okay, our barriers are going to be going up as this battle goes on. I'm just going to use everything that can apply barriers to us. All I'm doing here is wasting time. So I'm actually literally just going to spam the screen. All we're doing is wasting time here. So Sacrif's heal comes off and we can get to full HP, and then we'll decimate the enemy. Actually, I'm not going to do that. You guys know what I'm trying to do. So if you're in a tournament situation, that's what you would want to do. You would want to do that so you can come out of this battle on full HP. On the next turn, our Sacrif will be able to cast her heal. There we go. full HP. You will exit the battle with full HP, being able to go into the next battle in tournament with the best chance of winning possible, because none of your characters have lost any health. And that's what you want when it comes to tournaments. So there you go. That's how you end that battle. It can be a bit iffy. It's not a 100% win chance, but on the most part, you will win. You just got to play it right. You want to get rid of the Roinar. What he can do to your team, it's very, very painful. They're preventing your initiative from rising, removing buffs. What else? He can put the boss mark on you as well. It's not the biggest thing to worry about, but as you can see with my artist there, it was enough to kill kill their Roinar right out. So that's what you want to prevent. Get rid of the most dangerous character, and people probably think Tiros is the most dangerous or Sacrif, but it's Roinar. He will lock your team down, and you will feel it. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching. If you do like me adding the win ratios to the videos, please let me know. I just wanted to test it in this one to see what people think. So feedback would be very much appreciated. Anyway, wherever you are in the world, until next time, please take care of yourself.